I will buy a poet to the Yana Modale, Father Remocho Olone, where Tole, Shangri-La Hotel, Media Roma one, Royal Media Conference, Cow, where I told you also a job of the Abandonolo, Goya Budavale, but Tanko, Joman Hide, Tanko, Bishop Phillips from the Kalidata Nolo. Your media conference now sau có lẽ sẽ phải mà cho lâu địa bàn đi nó lo cái anh sắp rồi sẽ phải mà cho nó lo sự sẽ đào đi qua đi nó lo
there and also interview our people who are waiting for the Holy Father in those 6 places. So because I communicate this beforehand so that you may not be just crowded there in the airport without having chance to enter inside the airport. So his descending from the plane, his boarding the car, this will be covered by the official media of the state and of the Vatican only. And most probably these will go on live streaming, not on TV, but maybe after 45 minutes only it will be put in the satellite for other transmissions. So that is the 27th, the arrival day. So when the Holy Father reaches the house of Cardinal, there is no other functions on the day he arrives. No other thing, not only his way to the house of the Archbishop. With that, we will go to 28th. So in some of the news, you may have received that the Holy Father is meeting the interreligious leaders on the 28th, but no time is announced, and it is going to happen in the residence of the Holy Father, so no media will be allowed to enter into the residence of the Holy Father. Most probably we may get the press release after or at the end of the day, what the Holy Father did with all the photos and other news details. So we hope Vatican will be responsible to give all these news. So in the morning, we don't know what time. In the morning of 28th, that is the meeting of the interreligious leaders at the residence of the Holy Father. And what we have officially known is at 3:05, 3 in the afternoon, the Holy Father will arrive at the airport of Naypyidaw. And there too, there is no chance of entering into the premise of the airport. But there too, on the streets, there will be crowds welcoming him. The Catholics near Naypyidaw, they will go to the airport to welcome the Holy Father there. Then the next stop is 3:50, the welcome ceremony in the Presidential Palace. So this also, I am sure you already know, it is the private property of the President and of the state. So who will be allowed to enter is maybe the state media and then the Vatican media will be there. And also this, we are trying to have the live streaming on the Facebook, and it is on the Facebook. We will show you where it will be. So most probably in all the platforms of the Skynet will be there, and also our book in Myanmar 2017. But we will show you the places. We were trying to give the live streaming there. Then at 4 o'clock there will be courtesy visit to the President, and then at 4:30 also another meeting with the State Councillor and the Foreign Minister also. So these will take place in the Presidential Palace, only all these 2 meetings. And on the 28th only at 5:15, so there is a meeting with the authorities, the civil society, and the diplomatic corps that is in MICC2, Myanmar International Convention Center number 2. But here we have asked that all the accredited journalists can enter into the hall to cover the event. But this will be broadcasted live, not in Skynet, with the up-to-date channel and also MITV. So from 2 channels, it will go live, the speech or the address of the Holy Father in this hall, in this MICC2. So that is the end of 28th also. And on the 29th, so the journalists will be allowed to enter into the ground by 6 a.m. And then the entrance gate is number 7. So the police will be there ready to receive you. There is the gate number 7 is here where there is the arrow. The gate number 7 is the one from where the journalists are to enter. Then with your accreditation card that you have, you can enter. From 6 a.m. in the morning, you can already enter there. So the 29ရက်နေ့ပေါ့နော်29ရက်နေ့ Jackson ကွင်းမှာကျင်းပမဲ့ဒီစူတောင်းပွဲအခမ်းအနားမှာဝင်ရောက်ဖို့အတွက်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့က gate number 9ကနေမှမိနစ်6နာရီမှာစပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ဝင်ခွင့်ပြုမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့သတင်းသမားတွေအနေနဲ့ gate number 9ကိုသွားမယ်အဲ့မှာဒီစောင့်နေတာရှိပါလိမ့်မယ်ကျွန်တော်ကတ်တွေပြလို့ရှိရင်ဝင်ကြအောင်မှာဖြစ်တယ်သူတို့ဒီကင်မရာတွေစစ်တဲ့ချိန်မှာလည်းကျွန်တော်အနေနဲ့ဝိုင်းလို့ရှိရင်ပူပေါင်းလို့ရှိရင်လုံဆောင်ပေးကြဖို့အတွက်ခုတည်းမှာမြစ်တဲ့ညခံထားခြင်းပါတယ်gate number ကိုဘယ်လိုရှိမလဲအဲ့မှာလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့ဘာဖြစ်မလဲဆိုရင်ဒီ media stage ရှိပါလိမ့်မယ်ဆိုတော့ media stage ကိုပြောတဲ့အချိန်မှာဘယ်မှာရှိမလဲဆိုရင်ဒီ A ရဲ့အရှိမပေါ့နော်ဒီဘက်မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင် so there will be 2 media stages here these two in those places there will be the media stages on either side and people for taking photos and videos and all you have to go on those stages. And definitely no one is allowed to go around in the ground because it is a prayer service. It's not a show, so we have to make sure to keep the prayerfulness of the atmosphere. So please take the photos and videos from where you are. But if you happen to go around, we are afraid that we don't want also the other, especially with the security people, no? Because we are also quite surprised that security is quite tight, so they will really control us from moving around. So on the 2 stages, you have to be there. So all the cameras are to be set on the media stage. It is a bit far, about 300 feet away, and then hopefully it is 45 degrees to the ceremonial stage. So you may be able to cover that. So at the very end, there is a baseball ground is there. There is like a spectators place is there of the baseball. There we will provide you with the needed informations. Like you may like to have the written text of the Holy Father's homily, then it will be provided there at the end of the ground. That is the baseball ground. So this is how the ground will be laid out there. So when we say at the end, it is in this place. There is a media center here. So at this point, this media, where it is written media, you can get some information and some assistance there. So the program is like this, The Holy Father enters the ground at 8:15. So what we have been informed is that before the Mass, Holy Father may make one round of the whole ground to greet the people. So that is what we have been informed is about 15 minutes only he will make the round of the whole ground. Then he will go to the sacristy to vest himself for the Holy Mass. So we want to remind them, when the Holy Father goes around the ground, there is no way of running after the Holy Father, especially on the road that is made for the modern, this paper mobile. No one will be allowed to stay on the road of the paper mobile. So there are the fences are already done, and you may stay inside the fence only, but never on the road where the car will go. So may I give you some reminder what this function is all about. It is the celebration of the Holy Mass. It is a prayer service. So inside the ground, silence and tranquility must be kept. Soအဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာလုပ်တဲ့အောင်နော်20ခွင်းနေမနက်မှာတို့ကျင်းပတာပွဲလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးပုံရမ်းမင်းကြီးတွေမှာလူတွေကိုလည်းဒီလိုပဲတွေးဆုံတော့နှုတ်ဆက်တဲ့အခမ်းအနားလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးအဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့အတွက်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကက်သလစ်ဘာသာဝင်တွေအတွက်အမြင့်မားဆုံးဖြစ်တဲ့ဆုတော်ဝတ်ပြုခြင်းအခမ်းအနားဖြစ်တယ် strong with you can have the job. Then they say the young machine, she like out to Miao, say no shape on Lumia and Aroma, the Piania or people, the damage a change to the job. Now some efficiency was returned out my children. I also don't let him out, so long as Canada let him out. There shouldn't be any interviews or moving around. So these are not allowed. You cannot go and interview the people because they are praying. They are praying. So during the Holy Mass, no interviews are allowed, no moving around is allowed. So interviews can be done after the service, when the Mass is over, around say 11:30, maybe about around 10:30 we will finish, and then that is the time that you can meet the people from the different parts of Myanmar where you can interview them. And also we are reminded to come with the decent attire. So we started that they will allow to the town and so the giant and Bobby to allow she and Mashima and Mimato, but only so now Pia will be a kind of shitty. Being watched him about to me and many vessels, Kuyedi, or with somebody that to me, I will say now that she's a woman was asking Bully, the passage in a one. So, especially the Tumia, the Sudan in the Iole, maybe all was good, now some cheesy would Ejma, our Tom and Jamari at the New So, our covering of the news, not to disturb others, because it is the prayer time, it is the Holy Mass that we are celebrate. That is on 29th, 8:15. So this is the layout of the ground. Then on the 29th, there are two other functions. So there will be the meeting with the Supreme Sangha Council of the Buddhist monks in Kapai Center. That is at 4:15. And there too, they have requested that since meeting is just between maybe about 20% each from each side, that they do not want so many journalists to be disturbed in this event. So this we are trying to also cover live of this meeting, and of course we will also provide you with the speeches of this meeting. So you may come to this media center to get the speeches, maybe both in 3 languages will always be there: Italian, English, and Burmese. 3 languages, the written text we were trying to provide you in this media center. That may take about 45 minutes to 1 hour also in the afternoon. Then at 5:15, that is in St. Mary's Cathedral, there will be a meeting with the Catholic bishops of Myanmar. So that also, it is very much in private, especially with the meeting with the bishops. The ceremony is in a small room, because we have around 23 bishops only. So in a small room only, the coverage will not be allowed with the meeting with the bishops also. So that is the end of 29th. And also on the 30th, this is going to happen in St. Mary's Cathedral, his final mass, final prayer service with the young people. So the cathedral can contain only 1,200 people only. The seat plan is. So for those seats, the young people from different parts of Myanmar are already invited and already assigned. So where they will sit, everything is already set for 1,200 young people inside the cathedral church. But the rest may take place in the compound. If it is too many, some young people will be in the compound of the Archbishop House under the shed. So we are expecting about 6,000 to 7,000 young people for this mass. So definitely they will overflow the compound also. So we have made some provisions where these young people will be on duty for that mass. So soon after the mass, Holy Father will leave for airport from the Cathedral Church. And at the international airport in Yangon at 12:45, there will be an official farewell to the Holy Father. And at 1 o'clock, the plane leaves for Bangladesh. So you may like to ask on the 30th, because it is announced in the news also, the Holy Father is meeting the Senior General. So that also will happen in the residence of the Holy Father. It is a very much a private meeting, and it is not open to the media to cover this meeting also. That is before the Mass, most probably, because after Mass, Holy Father leaves the airport, so the meeting will be just before the Mass. So that's it, the program that we can communicate to you at the moment. What will happen these 4 days, and also where you can cover your news. And most of the photos, whatever we can share, we will have the media pool here. You may come to get your photos here, and most probably we're also trying to make some video footages so that you can make use of. So what we share, the photos we share here, you can make use of for your printing, or even online also. The photos that we share can be used. So that is so much for the program that we can communicate to you. Bishop, would you like to add anything to that? So if there is you need any clarification with the program that we have presented, please. Yes.
The day of his arrival, where do you expect the most crowds? You were talking about 6 points throughout the city. Where do you expect the most crowd?
The most crowd, most probably, is at the airport and on this street, Ojo Street, to the nearing the Archbishop House. The beginning and end, there will be more people. And at point number 3 is mostly there will be the seminarians, or the brothers and the religious sisters will be there at point number 3, because it is near the Catholic Major Seminary.